just for you.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Komothian, which was carried out through a court order. How does the administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. If that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you wear vex that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, he would have fallen in the place of Moses.
The Liberian National Police commends the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Your respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Comer today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they cared. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to proud in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. Forever, never, ever buy in to your tricks. He never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
This government assigned security to the former president's house. This government is capable of bribing any of its security to plan any evil in the former president's house. This government has done so many things that have questioned the credibility of the president. They have manipulated the law. They have manipulated security. The president has interfered with investigations of other issues that we know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. We know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. But I can tell you, this is a bad example.
CDC, get ready for George Weah to come back. But for you to be ready, you want George Weah to come back? You want George Weah to come back? Yeah. Each and every one of you got to go out in the street and start recruiting. Yeah. You go in the community where you live and start recruiting. Yeah. 2029 will be at the polling station. Yeah. Any attempt to cheat, any attempt to wreck the election, the consequences will be so severe that even those who in power will not be understanding. Any attempt to cheat in 2029, any attempt to cheat in 2029, some of our friends who want to cheat in 2029, the consequences will be severe, will not be understanding. This country is of democracy, and the result must be upheld. The person who will win the election will be the person who will take power. Nobody will say you will be in power.
And you only just employ people because she got a political party, she want to run 2029. And you put in position to support her bill for 2029. 2029 and maybe in the red. Anybody break election will run me. If the mean will come from the bush, will come from the bush. So anybody got intention of breaking election, you must stop it. We will take it from you by force. You will have no regret to do it. And I got no regret for what I say. Anybody break election, you have the intention to break it, you must stop it. Anybody break election will run me. If the mean will come from the bush, will come from the bush. So anybody got intention of breaking election, you must stop it. We will take it from you by force. You will have no regret to do it. And I got no regret for what I say. Anybody break election, you have the intention to break it, you must stop it.
Council of churches, you're not seeing these signs. You're sitting down there, you're passing your right, you call yourself Council of churches, Council of criminals. Liberia Council of Criminals, they call your LCC, Liberia Council of Criminals, LCC. It's not Liberia Council of Churches, oh. Liberia Council of Criminals, because you people are a bunch of criminals.
Anybody break election will run me. If the mean will come from the bush, will come from the bush. So anybody got intention of breaking election, you must stop it. We will take it from you by force. You will have no regret to do it. And I got no regret for what I say. Anybody break election, you have the intention to break it, you must stop it.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much
important. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Afternoon. Thank you so very kindly that you join us for the show. As usual, it's the only real talk, Kings 88.5 on this 10th day of December 2025. Yes, great day. The reign of Judo Christopher. We're back again, people. It's good that you join us. Let's have a wonderful info time together. Just so you know, we out of Liberia briefly, and then we are in the Environmental Protection Agency, the Liberia National Fire Service. They have all made it clear that Seti Brothers is in the wrong, even though investigation is ongoing. And the assignment is in the atmosphere, but with some skepticism. They say they are about to get $500 million So they are waiting for the announcement. Don't want to go gay or why on the internet because they're not too sure. Unlike the first, the learn lesson. Oh, yes, this is it. This is Real Talk. I'm Sam Andrews, as always. Grateful we are to God Almighty, the creator and sustainer of the universe, the God who keeps watch over us, the God who provides for us, the God who does just everything in his goodness and mercy. That God, we owe it to, a debt of gratitude. We are very grateful. Another day he has afforded us. So thank you all again. It's good to see you people. It's good to know that you people are with us again. Time is of the essence. Couple of you we can just acknowledge because of time. The protocol is too long. Orita Sunday with choir. Good to have you on. It's good that you are on. Emmanuel Quea, Dean's Town, David Dean Town, Joshua Quea, Moses Sharif, Philip Kura, James Doka, Lucia Lake, Rita Hart, John Towelli, Emmanuel Bro, Benson David Victor, Roland Fraser, Royal Always Va, Jay Heavens, Silva Washington, Papi Keita, Emmanuel Cooper, Paris Lobod, Jerry Suwa, Boyman Kiadi, Mansare Abdullahi, Jeremiah Labla, Gamunte McIntosh, Yata Dulcie, Henry Tito, Fred Piga, Richie Cooper, Fifth Kelvin, Bapin, Stanley Bolso, Patience Wisner, Usman Saul, Juan Momolu, Orito Jikla, Gabriel Lawson, Cobway Wida, and the chairman himself, Roman Rico, Kenny Ball, or Latu Pound, the one and only chairman, the reference chairman, the melting pot chairman, Block 13, Iron Factory. And the chairman is traumatized. Yeah, the chairman community is down with spill there where the Seti Brother industrial plant is. And so the chairman is not his usual self. It's traumatic. Yeah, and EPA people, they have something to tell us. Fire service, they too have something to say to that. So let's get started with what we have. We talk just 2 items and then we are out. Ghana has condemned Israel for what it calls inhumane and discriminatory treatment of 7 Ghanaian travelers detained at Ben Gurion Airport on December 7 this year. 4 travelers were released after diplomatic intervention, while Israel deported 3 other travelers. Accra rejected Israel's claim that the detention happened because Ghana's embassy in Tel Aviv failed to cooperate with accused Israeli security of profiling Ghanaian passport holders. Ghana said it is considering reciprocal measures, warning that the incident threatens more than 60 years of cordial relations. The International Criminal Court has sentenced Sudanese militia commander Ali Mohammed El Abd al-Rahman, known as Ali Kushab, to 20 years in prison for war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in Darfur, Sudan, more than 20 years ago. Kushab, 76, was convicted on 27 charges for his role in brutal attacks in 2003 and 2004. A senior leader of the Janjaweed militia armed by Sudan's government, he both directed and personally took part in atrocities. The Janjaweed burned villages, killed civilians, and carried out widespread sexual violence, displacing millions. Judges said Kushab ordered fighters to wipe out non-Arab communities. Survivors described villages destroyed, men and boys killed, and women enslaved. A Kenyan doctor, Doris Donya, is facing public outrage after appearing to endorse female genital mutilation during a casual conversation with fellow politician Felix Odowa, popularly known as Jalango. In the video circulating online, Donya outlines her plans for this month, specifically mentioning young girls undergoing FGM and evoking the long debunked myth that the practice helps regulate girls' behavior. Jalango's response immediately visibly shocked, calling her remarks outdated, harmful, and unacceptable. Many Kenyans have expressed anger, especially because Donya serves as a woman representative, a role meant to protect the rights and welfare of women and girls. Female genital mutilation is a criminal offense in Kenya, and anyone who aids or facilitates the practice faces a maximum of 3 years in jail and a fine of at least 1,400 United States dollars. The United States plans to reform its relations with African countries. According to Trump's administration's latest national security strategy, Africa has significant resources, a young population, and fast-growing markets, offering opportunities for stronger, mutually beneficial partnerships. The strategy calls for supporting peace efforts in conflict zones such as the DRC, Sudan, and the Horn of Africa, without long-term U.S. military involvement, while boosting cooperation in energy, natural gas, and critical minerals. The goal is to move from a donor-recipient dynamic to modern relationship built on investment, trade, and shared growth. And rescue efforts and appeals for humanitarian assistance from the earthquake in Jamaica is intensifying. They refer to the earthquake as Hurricane Melissa. Reverend or Pastor Conrad Thomas, head pastor of St. James Baptist Church in Salt Spring, Montenegro Bay, was badly destroyed. The church, for many in the area, is not just a place of worship, but help at-risk youth avoid violence through Peace and Justice Center. The church also provides assistance to underprivileged people in the community. Though badly destroyed, but the church pastor Conrad Thomas has been organizing efforts to support those affected by the disaster, especially the elderly and those whose houses were destroyed. Pastor Conrad told the BBC the difficulty they are facing with helping people get back their lives to normal.
It has been difficult. We're still without electricity. We're still without water. And we're still struggling with, poor connectivity. We have to be going to the river to get water and to wash our clothes and to get water for domestic use. There's a congregation at the river. Persons who I didn't know in my community, I met them at the river. So the river is my new congregation. And you could just find people helping one another. And the water is just so forceful at the river.
How is it for you now? Are you able to congregate perhaps by the churches? How are you leading services now?
We had another building that we call the Peace and Justice Center, of course, our community. It's more than just a church that we offer there. It's a hub for other activities. And so we are now meeting in that center for worship. The congregation, we are coming out, and in that service, we allow people to speak, to give testimony of their experience of God's goodness, of God's grace, of the trauma. You can find people breaking down in worship as they share the horrors of their experience with Hurricane Melissa. But we are able to worship in the Peace and Justice Center that was spared because it was concrete roof. It was not zinc like the church. We're using our voice. We have no instrument. We have no microphone. We have no electricity. So the worship is tighter. It is closer, and it is more real. There's a measure of rejoicing, after the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa when we now meet.
And even as there's that measure of rejoicing, which is it's very good to hear. What are the biggest needs of your community at the moment?
The biggest need right now, I would say, is survival, food. The people, they do need food. They do need like tarpaulin. They need to have their roofs replaced, their property replaced. They just need a sense of rebuilding. So people need food, water, some needs clothes. People need to pick the pieces up again and go. So that's the biggest need, just to get themselves back together.
Has any of that support been coming to you?
Yes, we do have persons who from overseas, they are sending food items. So we do have care packages to give out to people. But beyond that, people need short-term help, medium-term help, and long-term help. You can get a care package, and that might last you for a day or two. But beyond that, we need more sustained, resilient assistance for persons to get back on their feet.
What are your fears about the future and, how climate is impacting lives?
The strength of this hurricane, it matters not how we prepared. It was beyond our preparation. This hurricane was beyond our preparation. It was so angry and powerful that irrespective of the kind of preparation we would have done, it just removed it. And so I believe the way forward is that we will have to, build more hurricane resilient shelters. And this is the kind of experience that Melissa has given us. And I trust that the government will take heed and to prepare better for future hurricanes.
What's your message to the world, given what your country has gone through, what your communities have gone through, in light of, how climate is changing? What's your message to the world?
I want the world to know that Jamaica is an island of beautiful, resilient people. We may be small, but we are strong, and we welcome partnerships and support to help rebuild not just our churches, but our homes, to help rebuild lives of families who lost everything. I believe that together we can turn this moment of devastation into a testimony of restoration. And also we become more responsible in how we treat with the environment. We protect the environment because the environment is going to rebel if we do not be good stewards.
Pastor Conrad Thomas of the Church of the St. James Baptist Church in Salt Spring, Montenegro Bay, Jamaica. That is the place the athlete Asava Power is from. Sean Paul, also from that region. They are going through. We just thank God on the side. We have to be very thankful to God, but equally, we have to have a resilient or contingent mechanism in place, because you can tell if something of such not happening in your country. It doesn't say that disaster can occur. We had December 6th disaster which is our second talking point. Seti brothers, the incident occurred, update. The incident occurred on December 6th, Saturday. They plant two different, and God intervened. The community as well as the Liberia National Fire Service, they did extremely well. We try reaching into the community, and initially what we talked about yesterday, they spill into the various communities, given how jammed the community is, houses, and Seti Brothers plant is positioned right in the middle or the heart of the community, and how the atmosphere is filled with the chemical, and no doubt that is a recipe for illness of all kinds. We got through into the community today to find out what really it is, what Seti Brothers response, because we know that when you have a plant in such a place, even if it is approved by the environmental people and other institutions, you will still have to take responsibility for some. The community will not take responsibility for the destruction, because the community, not the people who destroy, but given what has happened, what came out, moving into the community, causing illness and death, you take full responsibility. That's negligence. No government in the world can allow you to go free. No institution whatsoever. So we got in, and this is what we got. That Seti Brothers lawyers, that was the initial information, but then later on another version got in. The first version was, after we made the case that it was necessary for Seti Brothers to move in, do an assessment, meet with the community people, know exactly, assume that it is in Seti Brothers' own environment with their people around, and what's going to happen. They will be concerned about their people. They will be concerned that the people will inhale that and something might happen. So they'll put in safety measures. So why none of their people are affected, but you have the community members. So when we reach out, the first response was, Seti Brothers' lawyer said that they weren't responsible, meaning whoever got sick, whoever inhaled, whatever, it's not their responsibility. That's the first. Later on, we got back into the district, and this is the district of Representative Edward Papi Flomo. The lawyer said that what he said initially it was made out of misinformation, meaning the version provided him by Seti Brothers people was what led him to have made the statement that Seti Brothers is not responsible. Only when bits and pieces of information based on the curiosity of people in the community moving on, he soon realized that he was misled. We leave it as it is. The Environmental Protection Agency, the National Disaster Commission of Liberia, and the Fire Service, they all confirm health hazard. They all made it clear that given how toxic it is very likely that several citizens will get affected, they will get sick. They made reference to children, pregnant women, and a lot more. Not talking more on this because I talk about it more on Monday and Tuesday. This time around, please listen to Ansu Dole of the National Disaster Commission confirming that it poses a serious health risk to the people, and the people, their priority, as much as Seti Brothers is a stakeholder, a business stakeholder, meaning they are in the commerce of the country, they are providing jobs by the creation, and they are contributing to the sustainability of the government. Equally, the government has the responsibility of maintaining the well-being of its citizens. Hence, Seti Brothers will have to start thinking. We told you, those white skin and brown skin, when something happens, they ain't got time. And you can't blame the people because the very government people will do nothing about it. The representatives will do nothing. They prefer their people die, their people get sick, take money from those Lebanese, those Indians, and other colors. That's what they do. We've seen it over the years. Here is Ansu Dole. Please have a listen to him. He talked about that, and that was his emphasis.
We are gathered here today to address a matter of national concern, an incident that has deeply affected ordinary Liberian families. On the evening of December 6, 2025, the fire at the Seti Brother warehouse escalated into violent explosion of chemical drums. While the physical damage of the facility is significant, our greatest concern is the suffering, fear, and ongoing health risks now facing members of the community who are no hand in this operation, yet continue to bear the greatest burdens of this disaster. The warehouse in question stores and uses chemicals for production of plastic materials and paint, substances known to be hazardous when proper safety protocols are not followed. These chemicals pose serious risks such as reproductive complications, eye disorder, and potential long-term cancer effects. These dangers are no longer theoretical. They have now spread directly into the daily lives of community members and family and children. A team from the Department of Risks and Early Warning at the National Disaster Management Agency engaged extensively with community chairmen and residents of the affected neighborhoods. Their accounts present deeply troubling pictures. Chemical-filled drums were forced up beyond the warehouse wall, landing in residential yards and public spaces. Toxic substances brine homes, vehicles, water storage tanks, and damaged the community drainage system. A nearby school called the Window Foundation Institute was directly impacted, exposing children and agitators to harmful chemical residues. Family describes burning sensation, difficult breathing, skin irritation, and other symptoms consistent with chemical exposures. Many residents, including workers living in the compound, fled in panic as thick smoke and fumes covered the area. Citizens have made it clear that this was not their first encounter with a zero condition from these facilities. For many years, community leaders engaged with the Seti Brother regarding chemical leaks, overflowing drainage, and fumes entering homes and classrooms. Their concern went unaddressed, leaving them vulnerable when this disaster struck.
That's the first. Let's go back. He named three potential health risks to babies, pregnant women, and other people who inhaled. Listen again, please.
We are gathered here today to address
the greatest
burdens of this disaster. The warehouse in question stores and uses chemicals for production of plastic materials and paint, substances known to be hazardous when proper safety protocols are not followed. These chemicals pose serious risks such as reproductive complications, eye disorder, and potential. These chemicals pose serious risks such as reproductive complications, eye disorder, and potential long-term cancer effects. These dangers are no longer theoretical. They have now spread directly into the daily lives of community members and family and children. These dangers are no longer theoretical. They have now spread directly into the daily lives of community members and family and children. Cannot follow. These chemicals pose serious risks such as reproductive complications, eye disorder, and potential long-term cancer effects. These dangers are no longer theoretical. They have now spread directly into the daily lives of community members and family and children. A team from the Department of Risks and Early Warning at the National Disaster Management Agency engaged extensively with community chairmen and residents of the affected neighborhood. Their accounts present deeply troubling pictures. Chemical-filled drums were forced up beyond the warehouse wall, landing in residential yards and public spaces. Toxic substances brines homes, vehicles, water storage tanks, and damaged the community drainage system. A nearby school called the Window Foundation Institute was directly impacted, exposing children and educators to harmful chemical residues. Family describes burning sensation, difficult breathing, skin irritation, and other symptoms consistent with chemical exposures. Many residents, including workers living in the compound, fled in panic as thick smoke and fumes covered the area. Citizens have made it clear that this was not their first encounter with a zero condition from these facilities. For many years, community leaders engaged with the Seti Bureau regarding chemical leaks, overflowing drainage, and fumes entering homes and classrooms. Their concern went unaddressed, leaving them vulnerable when this disaster struck.
Ansu Dole went on to talk about the measures in place, again, with emphasis on the hazardic aspect that the community faces a potential risk of long-term cancer effect, eye problem, and a lot more. Seti brothers will do nothing. They attempting to do nothing. This is how or why, when you hear community rising up against some institutions, especially those white-skinned institutions, it is because of this. Whenever they have destruction, you heard the Ansu Dole of the National Disaster Management. He said, this is not the first time. Communities all around, everywhere you see these people with their industrial stuff, whenever there is an explosion or whatever the disaster, they will take no responsibility whatsoever. And the reason they feel so comfortable that they will not take responsibility, because when the government officials go there, they are ready to put out 1,500, 2,000 US. They prefer to give the money, let the community damage, people die, people live with long-term complications, and their business move on. That's how these people operate. You think why in Ghana they don't try this nonsense? Other countries, they don't. It is only in Liberia they feel that, look, this place is a loose place. Government officials are greedy. The people who here will give them money. They don't try this nonsense in Ghana. They don't do it to other countries. No. They are very careful. Even the people who are working, the locals that are working with them, they are very mindful how they treat them. But an Indian man will look at a worker and slap him, kick him. Chinese man will look at a Liberian worker and waste water on him. Nothing will come from it. When it's on social media, labor people see it, they are like they didn't see it. When somebody call, then they dash envelope. We'll be sitting here, we're not praying for that, but we'll be sitting here one day, these people in the terroristic act, they will just invade this country. Let's hear Ansu on the measures put in place. Wicked people.
The NDMA foremost responsibility is to the people of Liberia, especially those who find themselves victims or even beyond their control.
Thank you, sir.
Moving forward,
thank you.
The National Disaster Management Agency will continue to work closely with community leadership, government partners, regulatory bodies to ensure that the rehabilitation efforts are prioritized and the safety and recovery of citizens are ensured. This includes repairing damaged infrastructure, restoring safe conditions for schools and homes, strengthening community health and sanitation protection. No community should have to live under the constant threat of zero industrial practices.
Thank you. Say
no
again.
No community should have to live under the constant threat of zero industrial practices. No community should have to live under the constant threat of zero industrial practices. No community should have to live under the constant threat of zero industrial practices. No company should operate in the way that endangers the life of Liberians. No company should operate in the way that endangers the life of Liberians. No company should operate in the way that endangers the life of Liberians. No company should operate in the way that endangers the life of Liberians. No company should operate in the way that endangers the life of Liberians. We call on the management of Setibera to cooperate fully with the national authority. Public safety is not optional. It is legal and moral obligation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It is not optional. Thank you. That's how a government official should speak. But we hope that it would. We answer. You are right. I can't doubt you. Because it is a disaster. We'll not impute politics in it. You're not being rhetorical. So you mean business. Everything that you said, the emphasis on the safety of your people, the well-being of the people of this country. It could have been Seti Brothers people, once they are within the territorial confine of this country, the laws of this country will stay, protect them. So no doubt that you are sounding rhetorical. You are not sounding rhetorical. You mean business. Thank you for this. Let's listen to it again.
The management of Setibera to cooperate fully with the national authority. Public safety is not optional. It is legal. We call on the management of Setibera to cooperate fully with the national authority. Public safety is not optional. We call on the management of Setibera to cooperate fully with the national authority. Public safety is not optional. It is legal and moral obligation. We assure the public that the investigation is still ongoing. Additional and verified information will be communicated as it becomes available. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Ansudale. Let's go to the Environmental Protection Agency. They confirm what Ansu Dole of the National Disaster Commission said. Just as the National Commission, Disaster Commission emphasis was on the safety and well-being of the people, the potential risks of respiratory complication, lung cancer, and other eyes problem, the Environmental Protection Agency will lay emphasis on that. That means Seti Brothers would not have to sit down. Hearing these things, the authorities of Seti Brother should now start putting their acts together along with the authorities that is ready, so that you do a how to call it, a forensic stuff of the community, because most people were affected in the community. I am told that the atmosphere is still saturated with the chemical smoke, and they went everywhere. Like Ansu Dole said, they have children that are likely to get affected because they are children and they don't know, they're inhaling, they're just walking. Some of them, their people ain't get down, the man will leave the child just moving, see something in water, they jump inside, we think that water to play, they jump in a chemical. Let's have a listen to the Environmental Protection Agency.
The team observed extensive structural damage. We observed ongoing smoke in the facility, thick black smoke, and potentially widespread pollution resulting from the burning of chemicals and plastic materials. To protect public health, the EPA conducted a rapid air quality monitoring, which revealed high level of hazardous material, far exceeding the acceptable safety standards. These really indicate conditions capable of causing acute respiratory irritation and other health complications, especially with children, pregnant women, or people who may have a history of heart conditions. In response to those perceived hazardous environmental conditions, working along with the fire department and disaster management, we installed a caution tape and restricted access to the area. We distributed protective health and safety material for those who are in the area, who are working in the area, to use them. We conducted preliminary data collection to support full environmental investigation. The EPA will continue air quality monitoring continuously until acceptable levels are recorded. We will also undertake soil, ash, and water sampling to assess the potential environmental impact. Based on our record search, the facility is currently in good standing with the EPA. The investigation is still ongoing. The public is strongly advised to avoid the area and be clear of the location. The EPA, in collaboration with the Liberia National Fire Service and the National Disaster Agency, continues to carry out a comprehensive investigation into the incident.
That's the outcome of the EPA on the ground assessment of December 6th explosion. The Englishmen will refer to it as inferno. Yes, that was an inferno. From 7:15, 7:30, Saturday, December 6th to 2:45, 3. How many hours that place was burning everywhere? The people had to evacuate. Everybody was running for safety to nowhere and just anywhere they could find some kind of haven. Seti brothers will attempt to do nothing. They move as if the explosion caused no harm to the residents, that their spills are not flowing into the various communities. They're just living like nothing happened. Those brown skin are just wicked along with the other people. And I'm saying it deliberately because we have seen it over the years. This is not the first time. If it was the first, we put in a lot of assumptions and other things. But we have seen it. They live like it is the normal. Who in this country don't know how these people have conducted themselves in a don't care manner? Because the people are not restrictive with them. There is no control. Why they are very careful? Why you think these people They don't like to go to certain country. Not that that country economy is not booming, but the laws, the people don't compromise. In fact, they will tell you that you can set up an industrial plant in the city and in the midst of several houses. That is the end. I just hope that the EPA, fire service, and the rest of the institutions responsible, will instruct them, as Ansu said, the welfare of the citizens first. Yes, I like how he put it. He said, why it is true that that is a business, that is but the welfare, the safety of the people first. Let's have a listen to that again.
The NDMA foremost responsibility is to the people of Liberia, especially those who find themselves victims or even beyond their control.
Thank you, Ansu.
Foremost responsibility, NDMA foremost responsibility is to the people of Liberia, especially those who find themselves victims or even beyond their control. Moving forward, the National Disaster Management Agency will continue to work closely. The NDMA foremost responsibility is to the people of Liberia, especially those who find themselves victims or even beyond their control.
Thank you. Seti brothers, let's see now. It's good that your lawyer somersaulted. They lied to the lawyer. Seti brothers people lied to the lawyer. So he came out to say Seti brothers not responsible. It's because the version they gave him. So when the community people engage him, I am told, he told them that Seti brothers not responsible. So whatever you people have come to say here or claiming anything, you people are in the wrong. But when he got the other side of the story or the event, he was honest to admit that he was misled. And you can blame him. The version you gave to the doctor, that's the medication the doctor will prescribe or will use. You can blame him as a lawyer. That's why when you go before the lawyer, you explain everything. Even if you are in the wrong, explain everything. Waste everything at the feet of the lawyer. As an expert, he or she would know how to put it together. But when you think you are smart, you leave out your negligence and you portray it like the other people on the other side wrong you, then it becomes bad when it is discovered. That chemical spill affected residents of the community. It engulfed the air with people inhaling the chemical. Their representative, Edward Papi Flomo, has not said anything yet. No, I am told that the community is meeting anytime soon. Probably they have convened already, or they will convene to come out with a position. Given what the Liberia National Fire Service reported to the public, the country, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the National Disaster Commission, you people have the government backing. You people don't rest content. You don't sit down and say, that's it. Otherwise, when you start experiencing illnesses of all kinds, your children start getting sick, you people start experiencing, like what the guy said, respiratory complication, eyes problem, because everybody exposed. You can cover the eye, how you will move. So the chemical overtook the air and everybody moving. Those things going in. You may not feel it immediately, but with time, you say at a certain point in time, you say, oh, I know what happening to my eye. Oh, I can't really see good. So you'll be thinking that something you may have taken in prior to, but that spilled. What came into the eye. So you people have to rise up. I'm not saying that you people should go and protest. I'm just saying that you people have your responsibility. You have that citizen responsibility. You people are the stakeholders for that place. You people are the parents of Seti Brothers. That place is not Seti Brothers' personal property. No, you people are the stakeholders. You people are the ones who are the custodians of that place. Hence, if you people are affected by their negligence, you can sit. That is negligence on the part of Seti Brothers. There's nothing they can do. These public addresses given by the EPA, Liberia National Fire Service, National Disaster Management, as much as it is their responsibility to do their investigation and come out, but you people in the community will have to do something, because you can rely on these speeches. Don't take them as full guarantee. Rise up to the occasion. You people are the ones who are feeling the effect. They aren't feeling it. Seti Brothers people are not feeling it. You people are the ones who are there 24/7. You have your children moving all over. They don't know what is in the air. They're moving. They don't know what they spilled on the ground. They're playing on the ground. They're playing in the water. So you can sit. The government has told you that EPA said, yes, they are responsible. Fire Service, National Disaster Management. That is what is referred to as negligence. Negligence. The community did not go in to burn or set Seti Brother industrial plant on fire. It was a negligence. Not a single community member went inside. It was not a revolt. It was not a communal violence to say Seti Brothers did doing that, so the community ran inside there or the community put something there. Certainly not. But a negligence of Seti Brothers. So they had to claim full responsibility. When you blunder, you own up to your blunder. They blunder. So the next time when they face the reality, then they will be careful. That will be doing it for that. The representative is a sleeping representative. He hasn't said a word yet to that. Even if he's in the out of the country, you want to be back, be acquainted with things happening back home. You can lose sight of your district oversight simply because you are out of the country. We are in the world of technology. How those guys who are out, they're in touch with the district. Things are happening, not disaster, but other things are happening. And they're telling their office what to do. The representative is out of the country and there's something that has happened in the district. And you see people moving there to make intervention, but he isn't there. She isn't there, but he or she is in touch. So the same thing. Till now, Representative Edward Papi Flomo have not said anything. Representative of the district. But it's up to the people. That will be doing it for that. So let's talk this, then we're done. The government officials continue to throw jabs. But the jabs are not to be thrown. The jabs are not to be thrown. It doesn't make sense. We told CDC people when they were in government the same thing. We told them, no, you can throw jab because jab doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any sense. You sign up. It is a responsibility. Unity Party people, they need not throw jabs. When you sign up to do something as an obligation, criticism comes along. You will not be perfect at everything you do. So you have people critiquing. You have people sharing their opinion. You may not like it, but you have to accept it because it is an obligation. It is not a privilege, not an opportunity, but an obligation. Everything that comes up, they throw a jab. They weren't happy in the past. We're doing it. Yesterday, the saying was, oh, there's nothing there that people should praise you of. When there was remarkable progress by the previous government, Unity Party in opposition will say, we need not praise you. Why you want praise when that's why you sign up for? You took the oath. So it is the same thing. Throwing jab, it doesn't say that you are making any difference. You sign up to it. Joseph Yuma Boakai stood up in clear view of everybody and said, I, Joseph Yuma Boakai, do solemnly swear that I will uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. So help me God. He signed up. It's an obligation. He swore an oath. So everything he's doing, he should expect praise from no one. And the people who are throwing jab, that's irrational jab. If the American government gave you 124 million, it doesn't say that your people should praise you for it. No. If you didn't sign up as an obligation, you wouldn't be in. They're not too sure, because we know when Unity Party people show of something, they can go wild. They can flood social media. The Minister of Finance, Ekosdin Ngafan, said they are hopeful that the American government about to make a decision. Liberia is in a good position for that. Unlike the previous, they will flood Facebook 24 hours. If they are sure, and we are not against that because that's development. Everything that George Weah did, everything that Ellen did development wasn't for Unity Party people, the Republic of Liberia. Everything that George Weah did, development, the people of this country enjoying it, the people using it. Everything that Boakai will do for the people. That's why a person stands up in his capacity as president and take the oath, meaning this is an obligation, not a choice, not a privilege, not an opportunity, but an obligation. Going forward, I will need no praise, but to develop, to do. So they are not too sure. Former Representative Akaras Gray raised concern about that they might likely be drafted into eligibility criteria. It might come with some conditions. They are holding the breath high. Since the Minister of Finance talked about it, if that's something that they were very hopeful of, they will flood social media in no time. What I gathered is they've been made shame over the weeks and months. Almost everything they came up with, it didn't come to pass. They went ahead with this 500 million that Boakai government has received 500 million. They made Boakai to do a public address. They made him to do a public address, real puppet of a president. Because, listen, that is what the expression is. Just accept it. It's not degrading. When I Sam Andrews, I'm not sure of anything. Then people come and say, my man, this is it. Sit down and talk this. Make this announcement. But I am not aware of the announcement that is about to be made. I don't know anything about it. Then I go sit down. I turn myself into a puppet. So the expression when, yeah, don't feel bad. Just sit down and analyze well. Look at the situation. They made him. They brought out the real puppet of a president in him. They made him to do an announcement. Only for the American government to come and say, no, that's not true. After they flooded, they say the American government just called, the American President Donald Trump called Joseph Boakai to tell him that your government has won 500 million. They flooded with social media. Less than no time, the American government said, but that is not true. So, from that now, coupled with the others, they try not to rush again, not to turn themselves into clown. So when the 124 million announcement came, they just left it hanging. And the second reason why they left the 144 million hanging, meaning they didn't put too much excitement into it because of the conditions. It is not a free money. It is not a free money. All of these guys are educated to know. The 124 million is not a free money. 1. 2, that same thing happened in Weah's regime. In fact, Weah got 640 million, which is 5 times Boakai on. The only difference is the program now, that whole thing that was called USAID, is now under the U.S. State Department. So that's the only difference. They're controlling it. It's just like you say, this thing here, it was looking that kind of way, the control mechanism was not too good. People were using it. People were taking advantage of it. The U.S. government was just giving money out loosely. So we place a restriction on it. So we change it this way now, and then we'll bring it in this direction. And once it is in the direction, we have different measures, different conditions now. That's when they came up with this thing, trade, what they can benefit in return. Every dime that comes to this country, they get the money back. There is the reciprocity aspect. No country gives you money free. You a year loan, you a year grant, you think that free. That's how it sounds, but it's never free. They take something from your country. The IMF that put money into your country is not free. The World Bank that put money here is not free. They're not giving you free money. It will appear free. They will use the word grant, but they're getting something in return. Your natural resources here, you're putting at the disposal of the people. The IMF ain't get money. The IMF does not have its own bank. There is no bank called the International Monetary Fund Bank where money just packed there and they're looking for poor countries to help. They give you 500,000, 300,000. No. The World Bank gives money based on conditions. Those conditions, they know exactly how they get their money back. It's not a free money they just dash to people. The new arrangement now, I'm telling you why the excitement. You're not seeing it. They're not too happy. The new arrangement, yeah, they say memorandum of understanding. The first program, you say, you hear the dash XYZ man to Liberia. Get the one, get that one. The new arrangement, The people say, we gave you money. Since you don't get money in Liberia, but you get natural resources. You're one of the richest African countries, but you know yourself. So we gave you money. But we will set conditions. And here is it. The country that has money, the person who has money has the advantage. The person who has money has the advantage. The person who does not have money and wants to have money, it's the subservient character, meaning you are at the mercy of that person. Anything that person say, you accept it. Because survival is your main concern. So you're going to trade or sell your integrity for survival. They say memorandum of understanding. This time they didn't dash the money. They say MOU, memorandum of understanding. And memorandum of understanding means we set our condition, you set your condition. So the government of Liberia, the United States made their proposals. The government of Liberia assessed their proposal. They say, okay, yeah, we agree with this one. We agree with that other one. We agree with it. American government say, you agree? No problem. Say, okay, that's sound. We'll get you the money. Now, another reason why they're not too happy, because MOU is not legally binding. No, no framework is legally binding. It can be terminated at any time. The American government can look at it and say, oh, Liberia, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, that. We terminate. We are no longer a party to the MOU. Hence, you have to do this, you have to do that. Have you ever heard the American government giving such amount over the years? And they say memorandum of understanding, they sign MOU? No, they will give it. That USAID program, they never used to sign MOU. They just gave the money. That's how people were getting rich all over the place, everywhere. Building houses, writing proposals of all kinds. You hear the man say, my man, we can do something. Then his friend in the office say, you do something, you write that proposal, I will push it. Because the money was there. This time around, the people not just sending the money. You have to live up to certain conditions as per their will, not your will. If they will give you a dime, that's the situation with that 124 million. That's the reason you don't see the excitement so much. You didn't see Unity Party people posting it all over the place because of the conditions. Liberia is the subservient country. That agreement, given the strenuous nature, other countries refuse. They refuse the terms of the condition. When you are poor, you give in. When you are independent, meaning you have everything it takes, even though no man is an island, but you will not just give in that way. There were countries that entered it, countries that set conditions too. Kenya signed, but restricted the U.S. demands. Kenya, they opened up to it, but they restricted the United States demands. Then say request or proposals. They say United States demand. Demand means this is what we want. You do it. Limiting data sharing to 7 years. Enforcing strict national data protection laws and refusing the 25-year surrender of sovereignty. The next country, Rwanda. Rwanda went against several conditions. Rwanda, Paul Kagame country. They went against several conditions. Several conditions. And what happened? They did not accept the full memorandum of understanding. They say, America, this one you want us to do. This one you need. This one you need. No, as much as we need money, we can sell our sovereignty. Our country, Liberia, is the only country, the government that signed the MOU. And then the people don't know. Did you hear the Minister of Foreign Affairs explaining the detail of it? No. We only hear or health sector. This one day that all. By right, the country should know the entire detail or the detail of that memorandum of understanding. It is not anything covert. That's why the U.S. government came out publicly. They said, Sarah Beslow Yanti, you the Minister of Foreign Affairs, sit down here. And our representative will sit down here in front of the media, the global media, to carry it all around the world. Nothing secret. So the people will see, if you have any reservation, you make it clear we're not forcing you. But if you agree, globally, everybody watching, everybody listening, nothing covert. We ain't coercing you, we ain't forcing you. So it was in the open. They say no problem. They won't accept. Then there's the MCC. The MCC, the expectation. They are waiting for the news. They are waiting for the news. The Minister of Finance, Gafwan, say he's hopeful that the U.S. government will consider them. Yeah, that's true. Rwanda. Yeah. Rwanda refused to sign the template or the MOU. Rwanda refused it. Rwanda say, no. You're carried to Liberia. That the people who suffering, even though they're rich by natural resources, they have nothing of their own. Well, Gafwan say they are hopeful because the delegation, the team of MCC, they should be convening the board. The board be convening this month, and it's between, let's say, the week where we are now, and possibly the weekend. If not today, could be tomorrow, it could be the day after, it could be the weekend. If not, it could be next week. But the minister said he's hopeful. Let me quote him word for word. He said, we inherited some of the passes, and we didn't make it at ground zero. There were some efforts done. We acknowledge that. So you want to listen to the minister? Yes, I think I should go with that. The man say he's hopeful that the MCC will go in their direction. So I cannot tell you definitively about money, but what I do know, it could be incorporation, meaning they'll consider them illegible. Let's hear him before the expected announcement.
And so we had a very successful meeting with the entire MCC team in October 2024, and that they were impressed. And from that engagement, we were assured that Liberia's eligibility will be confirmed by the MCC board. We did not stop there. We had engagements at the State Department. We also had engagement with the U.S. Treasury then. The president continued to diplomatically engage with critical leaders in the U.S. government. So this effort, informed also by the scorecard, it is good that the country has also been on a path of passing the indicators. That was critical. We inherited some passes. That was critical. We want to thank all and sundry, present and past. We didn't meet it at ground zero. There were some efforts done. We acknowledge that. Our job was to clinch it and to use football parlance to score the goal, to hit target. And the president led the process, and we hit target. Liberia was qualified, was elected by the MCC board in December for eligibility for a second compact.
All right. So that what it is. Eligibility, they are pressing. So you see, you will believe now why there is no excitement, because it is only for eligibility. Eligibility means you have met certain conditions and you are placed in a category. So you are a candidate for a reward, but the reward will not be given to you immediately. There are other conditions you will still have to meet. When you are eligible for an exam, it means you met the first criteria or conditions. So you're not going to sit the exam. The exam will determine your reward. That's what eligibility is. So my understanding and contextualization of the word eligibility may not be the same as the minister, but I am concluding from what I've seen with Unity Party previous news, flooding all over, putting numbers out, more excited, and this one, there's quietude. Only the Minister of Finance would say, and you can tell from the Minister of Finance words that confident, not too sure, hoping. So let's see. If that happens, it's good for the country. Development is for the country. It is not a special project for President Buhari, but the country. Everything that George Weah did, development or wise, for the country. Weah did it for the country. That's the country benefiting. So if 500 million came, is for development. The country, not Unity Party exclusively. Okay. So those are the pointers. Let's have this break. Then we can turn to you to have your say. Let's have this break. Oh, LIB. Very interesting country. Very interesting. Just about showcasing. Let's have this break. Then it'll be your turn to have. But the celebration cool down, Burning Spear, and not easy right now. Okay. So please, we left the basket with you. We in the season. You please drop Kings FM Christmas. So say our Christmas on your drop Kings FM Christmas in Kings FM support basket. we're raising fund. And every day we raise fund. Every day. So I need y'all to drop. Tomorrow, we're raising. Friday, we'll raise. Then we'll leave the basket with y'all on Saturday and Sunday. Take a break. Then Monday, when we come again, we're raising. United Party and Joseph Yimapwaka raised 1.3. We want to raise 1.3. We just want to raise what we can raise because it is a complimentary raising. Yeah. So whatever you have, you drop it in our basket. That's how we're raising fund. So drop it in the basket. The numbers there. The send wave 0555 885 885 0555 885 885. That's the send wave. The local mobile money, all the people here, all of y'all, all the seditions, the Weashans, the all that group, all the people, friends of George Weah, friends of CDCO, liker of CDCO, whatever, your number in the country, now abroad, in Liberia, 0777 017 885 0777 017 885. So let's raise some money, yeah? Let's raise some money tomorrow. Tomorrow, the main fundraiser, the book can say official, in Liberia, everything official. So let's use that word. Tomorrow. But that Thursday, and the Thursday in every month we can do it. Yeah. But we're raising every day. We got that 1.3 million United Party raise. We want to raise more than 1.3 million. We're challenging United Party. But the only thing, we want stealing money because Joe Walker and United Party are stealing money. Broad day stealing. Broad day. The man who said no business as usual. The man hand in the cookie jar, usual. Broad day. So yeah, please drop here. Yeah, please drop in our basket. We're raising some money. Let's raise some money. We have so much to do and we're doing so much. So you drop whatever you can drop in our basket. Yeah, let's raise fund. 0555 885 885. That's the send wave. 0777 017 885. That's the local mobile money number. Let's go now to the line. But before then, we say happy pre-birthday to the director of news, Kings FM News Department, Shemodia. Will be celebrating his birthday on the 15th of December. Shemodia will be celebrating her birthday. That's a small thing. We'll enjoy ourselves. The news director will be celebrating his birthday on the 15th of December. That will be next week, Shaman Dia. Let's go to the line now. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. The women's line 0777 9803. While we're taking the calls, you can be dropping in the basket 0555 885 885 0777 017 885. Let's go. Let's start with the men. Hello.
Yeah, let me say good afternoon, my dear brother. And good afternoon to you and happy birthday to him. My name is David Galagowisha, and I know you from the Bakuba Avenue in Tukuru. Hello.
Chief, you ready? You on the air, you talking, then you asking me hello. You say hello, I say hello. Once I say hello, when you hear the announcer say hello, it means you on the air. Yeah, let's hear you, Chief.
Hello.
Let's hear you. Hello.
Hello?
You on the air, my dear.
Yeah. Oh, I called a participant.
Cut off your radio.
Okay, sir. Nah. Yeah, Unity Party feels that they can march over the line. They can march us. We will do the best.
What?
A very possible best for us to stand as party and to make that broad need great
Chief,
once more.
I talk about Unity Party thing there. You can't hear. I'm just saying use that. I'm talking about our fundraiser. That Unity Party raised 1.3 million. So we can raise 1.2 million. Whatever y'all have, you put it there. That 1 year 19 Unity Party politics at trouble. You Unity Party. Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
How do you go?
I'm good. I'm good. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm a civilian. I'm a silent listener. From I don't worry about you people who are in studio. Like I don't worry about you people. Thank you for the show.
So what kind of worry you get now?
Because we're gonna be talking with Joseph, but I will not go on your or I want to be worried about.
You say that again.
I'm saying when I Joseph Walker and people will not go on you people when you're in studio.
Whether Joseph Walker will not can hunt us when we're in studio?
Yes.
But George, we are hunted Joseph Walker people when they were in studio in opposition, causing disturbance. Joseph Walker can do it. That's democracy. He can do it.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you too. Let's go. Don't worry about that, my dear. Hello.
Hello, sir.
You lower the radio.
I'm
The
sorry.
radio can be on loud, then your call running in our ear.
Yeah, sorry. My hand was on it, but I know that you're trying to okay my call. Then,
yeah.
That sexy brother Billy talking about. I advise you that you can't chicken soup factory to hear this. Our Liberians
They in chicken soup factory too?
They there.
Oh yeah. They have the plant there. They have another one there.
You when the news that you get about them.
Oh, Elder Council that play you air?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Liberians are attacking them. All those things are happening. You even hear over air. Then today come on today. So you can do it and go all the way. They show you the factory and you do interview when yes or things you feedback. They are all Liberians. They have to sell us.
So,
thank you.
So what are they doing there now?
Children got more than all in a factory. That building is zero. All kinds of things. I say can they? More than one. The other group they were 5. You even hear the one minister talking about you hear not talking about it. So with you, thank you for exposing the people because if not we're going to bury it. You hear the lawyer tell you say the program they are not responsible. That the community responsible. They cannot think they put it to us and not correct. You hear it?
All right, Elder Council. All right.
Say journalist, you want proof it can you yourself. You hear it?
Okay.
When you get they say. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Baba, for the program. Thank you, plenty. Hello?
Yeah, you are on the air.
The thing about Liberia thing, I always say I use it. The problem is I'm around I'm calling from Red Light. The government, when something happened to the citizens, the government will not just stay on the scene. The government will just stay on the citizens, and when citizens have beginning to demonstrate, to begin to move on the alien or the foreigner. That's the time we begin to say, oh, citizens are rule. The citizens are rule. Now citizens are crying and proving why government will not go there. What you will not go out there. They will not say you there. But now when citizens are saying they're going to do construction, that's the time government will come back and say, oh, we will put in jail. This is not the first time in Liberia. It happened before. The company for MSG going to happen there. When 5 persons die instantly, government not on the scene. But because after citizens begin to demonstrate, that's the time government killing. It happened where it happened fast and further. It happened in in Grand Bazaar. So la, so government is stretching on the citizen, but they are in the interest of the foreigner. Who come in the country and see our resources and carry. I saw this. But we have to pray to God that God gave us government that will guide us. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello?
Hello,
Yes, good afternoon. Let's hear you, lady.
Thank you for what you saying that you are my sister hospital liberal. The coin and George, I think what I felt the world will open my hospital in the hospital. When I get where you and it's bucket. Hello?
Yeah, lady, I listen to you.
Yeah, I say my sister asked me a whole bag of weight. Well, I later. Other man, a bag, they bought it to the hospital. Then give the bucket, you know, you want in a truck. In a truck. Other than the bonnet, said, "See what the bucket they say almost like 4 and then the accident now because the bucket, you have to walk in the bucket cut. They say the people in the case, everything go to the boat, say, oh, where am I go? We might get it. Yes, so we get my sister was one and all. I'm not party all the junior day, like the way here. Or they stop me there and they go to say, we might get you on it. So they get there because they have come there so sit up for nothing. So the hard put keeping the junior there. Our brother and sister in money. You gave it to us, what we talk. One job. I hide looking there. Even the junior when you say, I guess someone are 20 where the person was in there. They see the person in the accident. The whole bucket cut on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, lady. Okay. Let's go. Hello.
Yes, Andrew. I know.
Yeah, fine. Oh, fine. And you?
I don't want example. I'm going for fire.
Yeah, let's hear you.
And tell you we'll look for the Christmas, yeah?
Yeah, you put the Christmas in King's FM basket. The number that's 0777 37 017 885.
Okay, but I get a number. Anything, I'll just want to find out. Just to get my info.
Yeah, okay.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. C'était pas for Joseph. Thank you very much, my brother, for the topic. You know what happened? My sister, my mother, they say sorry for the labyrinth. They cook for the labyrinth to suffer. Because the reason I say cook for them to suffer, they let who leader. We labyrinth, we let bad leader. That's the way they suffering our people in our president. We are the way they are sorry for her. You will not let a citizen that suffer for you, that work for you, for the foreigner to use them. Very well, you supposed to start to them. You say them are foreigner because they will put me in power.
So why are you talking about now?
Yeah, they think I'm going to chicken factory. When the water can see our children, they suffering.
So what happened to chicken soup factory?
They want to go and
But I don't know what I want. I don't talk about it. The iron factory, Seti brother explosion. We're talking about that. I led her to say that because of the way Seti brother people acting in chicken soup factory too.
Oh, okay. Now what I'm talking, I say who for them.
All right, later. Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Edmond, man. Thanks, man, because since that incident occurred, you are the main person that are flagging this issue every now and then. That's a serious human story, you know. I don't know where the lawyer came from to say he was false. So say, if even he didn't get the clear-cut understanding of what happened, a lot of that company is supervisor in that community. Anything that happened there is their responsibility to take some responsibility. Because what is their corporate social responsibility to the community now?
Mm-hmm.
All of those are involved.
Yeah, that's
okay.
True.
Yeah, and all is in there. Okay, but you have been flagging it. We hope that something will be done because I listened to the disaster management. we hope that something else will not happen under him. But all the point that he's stressing, he was saying the right thing for the community. Because look at the health hazard, the children you were explaining. You know, the children, you talk about the children yesterday. You talk about pregnant women yesterday. The same disaster management guy is talking about it. Then how do you say that you're not going to be responsible for what happened there? So we hope they will do something, man, because it's a serious issue. That thing is a serious chemical over there that can lead to a whole lot of stuff. So we appreciate you for pushing this thing for this authority of that community.
And they Emoka, they get the other one on the other side. Oh. They get the other one on that side. The people that there, they say the explosive that in that place. The day that one catch a fire, forget it. The entire district 13 gone.
You see there. This is what sometimes I don't understand. All of the vast land that we have around here. Why we don't care looking at things in there? You know, you think you put it right in the community. You know, when something happen, if it was not for God, the disaster that we are talking about, it was going to be more than this. Okay? So let them try, man. Sometimes when somebody invents that car, yeah, we need it. But I'll take some of these people there, Bobby Highway, outside of my back. We have a lot of vast land around here. They can go there and do their investment there to save the citizen out of these trouble. You know, and then quickly to this money that you're talking about. Yeah, you are not speaking because look at the scorecard. Okay? You are about to go for, or you hoping for something. Then that thing which that you are hoping for, look at the result from there. Governance, you score nothing. Rule of law, you score nothing. So he right to say he is hopeful. All are hopeful. If they happy, good. It will be for the because once you have these people money, when they send it, they tell you how you use it. They're not going to take it and put it in their pocket. They determine what to do it, what do you do it. So if they're happy, we'll get God the glory. We are not let them because it's for the betterment of our country. Thank you.
Uganda, you know how many dollars Uganda got?
No.
Uganda got 2.3 billion.
For the Million Challenge.
Yeah, 2.3 billion. While we're celebrating 124 million.
And you found out that 124 million is a 5 year. So if you divide it into 5, it gives only the 24,800,000.
Yeah. Man, rescue people know how to negotiate.
I'm telling you, I'm okay, though. Like you're not ready, okay. When we say that, they did that opposition too.
That's why you get MK when your goal is only to prove a point to the opposition. You get mixed priority.
But you see why the finance minister is constantly mentioning the effort that was made by the past or leadership. And because of other partners are flagging this issue. Partners are flagging the issue. Because the people are informed, they know what's happening here. So if you see him flagging this issue or past government makes or ever because the partners are asking them. But when they come, they will not say it to their people. But beyond the scene, there are some discussions that are going on. Okay, thank you.
2.3 billion. 2.3 billion. Uganda. Hello.
Yes, I'm Andrew. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, I'm good, doctor. I'm good.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, my brother.
Yeah, but at least you're talking. Thank God you're talking.
Yeah, it is good. So I can remember contribution to the show. Yeah, I hear you talking about it. I hear people talking about it. All over the place. They segregate all over the place. Celebrating what? What is celebrating here? You go for your friend breaking about $1 trillion, billion, and you talking about $100 million. You get it? No, you can't say your child is school. They face it. Same argue. In this country, where child go to school, the major subject is the math and English. That's what they pass and say yes. My child pass. But if people who can you pass it right up, or you make it great. What is great you make it? There's nothing making here. Start putting fire yourself. You hear the family say, well, more pray. When we say pray, when I will come, we don't know. The phone I carry that we reach here. They celebrating. And to the issue of around $30 at St. Andrew, I know when people come from Morocco, you say something about it. Well, the last time something happened to that same place, he told the photo code, but for that, they will anything from there yet. And I'm not talking about high quality happening to children, they can get blind. What have my brother? Yeah, that story. That's what in black. Yeah, watch and see. If you actually say, but in black, St. Andrew, trust my word. It will not go nowhere.
Yeah,
that put in their pocket.
That is the political side. They can't do anything. Their responsibility with Naman Sisi, that disaster, that not politics. They can't put politics inside. They are not the ones to take care of the people move. They are responsible to do their announcement, that the announcement they made. So we just hope that they will move in, because it could happen to any community. I'm talking from the fact that human beings, any community that is affected, is our responsibility to highlight it so that such thing don't happen again.
Yeah, but I want to say the following like the issue and making an announcement. But what the government will tell you, they take it serious. The one saying, let's put pressure on the method about it that if our starting of our community, but let's see what the government will take action against it. But for the pocket, so let's do it for nothing. That's what I see. You say, Mountain said it last time. Hey, yeah, you hear what I said. The method, but nothing will work. Yeah, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
All right, Dr. Man Sisi. Love it. Hello?
Yes, Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Yeah. Like you get Monica, eh?
What?
I said, good evening. Like Monica.
What?
That might the good evening, where you go for? And the guy, the good evening. Like the money, the more kind. Now, what are the free client behind? They just are waiting for nothing. The free client, nothing to walk away. They put it a criminal. I just do that one. That got people is not kind of what got put it for there. Who know? Who is it? Get away now. The free guy who breaking your BBR, that's a people. That's what they were accepting. That we want to accept it because there are people there. So you start, Gonna will take it, you see the money, you eat it, but you take care with all. That we want to buy you. Now everything you eat, that is for they say you eat our packet for two. But final time to you, no any. Why is there a boss there? Why our people create? Do what they create? So thank you, Omer.
Okay. I'm busy. Hello. Yeah. You are on the air. Oh, madam, you're not ready. Let's go to the next line. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Romeo. I'm asking the King FM.
Yeah, this is King's 88.5 Real Talk.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I'm true. Thank you very much. Sir, thank you for talking point. But something happened to me yesterday. When I was to buy my son's shoe when you were on the air. I tried to play the radio in the ticket. They can offend me and he almost spoil my phone yesterday. Johnny, ticket. That's why I put the radio on. He said, his son, hold on. Say how to even using one of profane languages. They continue to talk to do what they got to do. Anywhere go, they will follow our Lord. I'm not going to put my temple and they're going to say, oh, one tradition and one other part of the thing, but I can get out the joint of fair, they do that. They control it not for the poor alone. They put it very, very clear on us. They don't correct like this. I want the person no more try to call you, but I get a person no more. He don't insult you, he don't insult every person you know yesterday they can get.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
You are on the air. Speak.
Yeah. This is Mira K. Sumo calling from 20th Street. President Bassetti brother, and those things are not strange to us. And from day one, government have always they don't do well to us. The labor ministry, as I heard one guy, we don't know before last, one of the councillors were preaching good thing about labor ministry. One of the labor ministry, they are not doing what they needed to do. Once they saw I can be in, they went there. They were there asking us, what?
All right, Chief. Thank you so much. Sorry, we have to cut you off and go to the explosion scene and speak with the chairman of the community, Iron Factory community, Isaac Fangalo. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Fangalo. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. My understanding is that you people had been convening, but let's get your perspective first.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. And the explosion at Iron Factory is gone Saturday up to Sunday morning. As I speak to you, the fire truck is still being posted here on ground with some firefighter. But our concern as a community is that Seti's brother is not doing anything. Later we knew that Seti brother was keeping in the warehouses explosives that they are using, chemicals they are using to produce paint, to produce the rubber materials and every other thing. And since Saturday up to this time, we are suffering. And Mr. Andrew, our entire community is engulfed with smoke and pollution. We are all using nose masks. Certain brother as a company hasn't come to us to ask or to ascertain why it's unfolding here. He only come to the debris scene, and from there they leave and go back. On Monday, the community sent a communication to them, informing them of the damages done by the explosion here and the environmental health hazard it are created for us as person or as people in the community, as community residents.
You mean the community wrote Seti brother officially?
Yes, we wrote Seti brother officially. I have delivered the communication.
And what is the content of the communication? What did you say in your letter to Seti brothers?
The content of the communication, we as a community, we are inviting them to discuss with them. We in the communication we wrote to them of those things that happened to us. The damages done, the environmental health hazard, the explosion, and every other thing that their company did to us. And they received the communication. Till then, they haven't called us. We at this morning, I placed a call to them to remind them that there was a scheduled meeting with the company. The fellow called me and said, "Oh, we are responding to your communication." So since we have not responded to our communication,
who communicated back to you that they are responding to your communication? Who is that? One of the Seti brothers, one of the authorities, or somebody on the French?
One of the managers there. One of the managers there. Then later, the legal counsel, Anthony Rufus in New York called me this afternoon to tell me that the company said the wire running to the community was destroyed. So I said no. Now we are not, although it is part of our communication, but in our communication, we detail some information, some things then that happened to us. And among those things that we detail, many of our family were forced to flee the place because of safety. They went to other areas. The fire resulted in the destruction of the community level poles, leaving large electrical wires exposed on the ground, which continue to pose a serious hazard to residents. As a result of the incident, our community has been with us for the past 3 days. People left have been threatened because of the pollution. As I speak to you, we are all using nose masks here. People are the pressure is on me as a leader. Let me not lie. The pressure is on me because every minute, every second, people come to me with health problem, complicated health problem. I visited the resident in the community, people's skin burning. My very sad last night, I couldn't sleep. I slept with nose marks on my nose because I could the odor from the pollution. I couldn't maintain it. So our entire community, no one has come here from Satisburg. No one. I told them to send things, come and accepting the fact to do an assessment of has come today. It never came on. And I told him we will go to the meeting. Can we go to the meeting? I said we see reply from you people who don't want to do the thing verbally. It's a leak or something because it has a long-term implication.
But did you people acknowledge or notify the National Disaster Management of Liberia, because they are principally responsible for that? And the head of that institution, Ansu Dolly, did acknowledge the same thing you're talking about, health hazard, and he talked about heart complication, eye problem, and children likely to get affected, and a lot more. So if you people can take it up with the National Disaster Commission, wouldn't it make sense? Change your location, Mr. Fangalo. Where you are, your line is breaking. You want to change your location? Just walk away from where you are briefly. Yeah, just walk away. Stay on the line. Stay on the line. Just take a step or two from where you are.
Okay, I'm still on the line.
Yes, you are clear.
Okay. On Monday, the National Disaster Management Agency visited the community, the risk manager. Let me tell you what happened, Mr. Andrews. When they called me, I went there. Second fellow never did not allow the men to enter the premises. They refused access to the men to the place. See myself, we took a tour of the community. And they refused access. In fact, the security, the head of security, one Shadrach, who is the head of security, he was on the ground taking care of things. When we asked for him, when the men asked for him, Mr. Badio asked for him, they said he was in meeting. Later, I discovered that he was on the phone on the other side when Mr. Badio said, I said, this is the Shadrach. You know what Shadrach told me? Shadrach said, he said to me, I'll quickly, in fact, I didn't want to cause the fire in the premises. This is another issue with Satish here.
Who is that Shadrach?
The chief of security. The chief of security is one of the managers. The consultant to be one of the managers. One Congolese, one Shadrach. So this is another issue with Satish and myself. He accused me of being the one that, even because I have to show him and say, this is the chief of security on the ground. And he couldn't talk to the man. They sent, Mr. Padio sent another patient form from the National Disaster Agency. The woman thing, she called me. I went there. When I went there, I met the woman. Nobody could talk to the woman. And he was saying there, you were in communication with somebody. So I told him, I said, there is the fellow there. So the woman said to me, say, oh, but while I'm talking to the man, and he don't want to talk. I said, how did you hear when your boss came there? This is the same thing they said. He had another fellow thing. They started putting on Peter argument. So I don't know the problem with Sati. They are keeping Sati is keep. Jesus.
But Sati, they did acknowledge your letter.
Yeah, they acknowledged my letter. And they give us a return. I have the return with me.
And they return for a meeting scheduled for this week.
For today, it should have been today, but they are not reply us because we left it open. Because when we were in problem, we left it open to tell us whether it will be today or tomorrow because of the convenient time they having.
Now, if that doesn't happen, what is the next option of the community?
No, I spoke with the legal counsel, the legal representation of Anthony Almore, and he said tomorrow, immediately, he said today, he sent the communication to him, so tomorrow, immediately, he will reply the community and will schedule the meeting. But our next step is that if they cannot come to the meeting and cannot do another communication to them, informing them about the same thing. If it is not there, our next action will be legal action against the company, because this is a long-term thing. We don't know what will happen to our residents. We don't know what will happen to our people. Young babies are vomiting as I speak to you. People were wounded, homes were damaged. People never knew that the homes were even damaged. When they refueled this morning, there was a huge crowd on me, coming to me. Oh, our home, this will happen to this place, happen to this place, happen to this place. So this is where we are as a community. This is where we are. EPA is also, we are also informed EPA about the incident.
You send the communication to the EPA, the Disaster Commission, the Liberia National Fire Service. Did you people serve them copy so that they are in the know?
Yeah, they are in the know. EPA is in the know. Disaster is in the know. Disaster even asked all to send them the listing of household and
the number of houses affected and people.
Yeah.
And you people did that?
No, this morning, so we are compiling our listing, but tomorrow it will be presented to them.
And what's about the electricity? They say anything about it, because it's been long now. You people can continue being in the dark. It's also a risk. It's also insecurity.
Exactly. This is why I told Rufus, I said, unlike if this was done by, it was just something from disaster, from the natural disaster, we're going to do about Secretary has to take care of this. Although we have contacted LEC, the chair lady contacted LEC, and LEC consented in bringing up polls, but the negotiation we have been negotiating, LEC said have not come with a poll. So to speed it up, Secretary has to join us to speed it up our homes being electrified again, because it's a risk. We are going to the first season, and criminals are all around. So we can't be intact. People food damage and what have you. People.
Yeah, and businesses are stalled. It is my understanding that no business is operating over there because there is no electricity.
No business is operating here. People, their livelihood is on. Some people sell water, they freeze the water to sell. Some people freeze air. Some people sell the drinks and entertainment where people go and sit down and amuse themselves. All of those businesses are closed because of electricity. How can we operate? Our children cannot study, and people are taking tests. They are writing tests now for the second period test.
All right,
what we are going through.
Yeah, that's true. I know it's terrible. Yeah, heartbreaking.
Very terrible. Let me allow you, Mr. Andrew. Very terrible. As I speak, I'm speaking with you with nose mask on my nose. Yeah, you can't come in the community with all nose masks. And we stay here. Who knows what will happen after the aftermath? People have a company, have a clinic. Why can't they send somebody and say, look, go to the community, let the community people come here, let the people here to treat. If it's not complicated, let us start treating them from this end. Why can even say no smart? Why can't they say assessment team to see what is unfolding here? How Study Brother is speaking already? Study Brother wanted the other side of us. If Study Brother needs the other side of us as a community, we'll do the other side. Because for me, I know that this is the major play. They store the chemicals to go and produce the material. So
and what is that, Mr. Fangalo? What is that other side when you say Seti Brother? If Seti Brother wants the other side of us, what do you mean by that?
If they can understand our language here, if the other side, the language is, if they need for us to protest before they come, because maybe government will need to, if they protest the language, people understand in this country. If we are doing it the legal way, if you want to listen, then we'll protest, let it chaos. Let it get chaos and everything be done. Then there'll be no more iron factory. You can't speak us here. They will need government intervention. The Ministry of Justice should have even called Study Brother. Their place should have been closed. Where Study Brother, they put their food, they're still living us there. Let them say the still operating, calling the raw material from the place, carrying it to the factory to produce. Why the government here can't do it? And they know they flag all of the radio stations here. Okay, every carrying you carrying it now, and Freedom every carrying all of the radio stations. People calling here and there. Why would Study Brother speak us like this? Are we not Liberian? Are we not human beings?
What has been
They have investment to the country.
What has been the
What's the people are doing for the community? I've been here 58 years. What's the people polluted all of our phones here today? We usually ask where to watch. And that's a simple point here to say this is a corporate resource of the social responsibility of the community. You operate. This is where the people are called the richest from that will establish that factory today, that the head office, that for the iron factory, because everywhere where they have the weaker thing, the trailer plant, and every other thing. Why was the people treat already?
So it means wells are polluted, contaminated.
Polluted. If you want to do an assessment, come and carry around the community. Most of the people already. So the people are being in place for more than 40 years. For this simply, as I'm telling you, this is where the people are going to reach from. Before they hoping that is streaming that the head office where and they produce. This is the place of producing all of the materials. All of the things that they Sony.
What has been the response from your district representative, Edward Papi Flomo?
This representative is not in country. We are working and sending a communication, and even he has a communication to them. Yesterday we are in meeting with office chief of staff, and I even told him, I said, they never treated us well. That's why the community.
What did the office chief of staff? What did the office chief of staff tell you in your meeting with him?
First, I said to him, if the man is not in country, you people are here, and the man is our direct representative. When something happens, especially in a community where this representative are living in, most of the cars are for something happens, you come to our aid. Nobody came here. We have to write them officially before they start informing the man, sending the communication after back to him. Yeah, or we should put a listing or household and property that got damaged and what have you. If you are ever come on the ground here, we should not see why it's fooding. That is why it's fooding. Nobody want to live in a community just because we have our properties here. Other people have the property. Why do we are still around here? Why would they treat all of this? Why would they treat all of this?
All right, Mr. Fangalo, I empathize and sympathize with you people conditioned over there. I look forward to talking with you after the meeting with Seti Brothers and others.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we'll be moving on to any other discussion and updates from our end here.
Okay, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. Thank you.
That's the chairman of Iron Factory Community, the location of Seti Brothers Industrial Plant, Isaac Fangalo. With the few minutes we've got, let's take few calls on this, and then we are out of the show for today, if there is any. Keep dropping, please. The box support basket is stay open. 0555 885 885 0777 017 885 885. Terrible for the people of District 13. Intervention has to be made. It is an emergency, a disaster. Seti Brothers can't sit apparently and do nothing. It's bad. That is very, very bad. Just few calls and then we go. Hello.
Yes, sir, Andrew.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Papa.
Good afternoon.
The fire disaster, what happened to our people? I tell you, sorry for it, because in a certain way, because we know all the Yama in our people warehouse, all chemical in our warehouse, they die because it happened right behind 20 brothers, right behind West Point. Vata, it happened. More people that want to carry what to spend, and the same thing happening down there. So,
oh, it happened in Vitan before?
Yeah, it happened in the bigger company that behind, right behind the crossing point there to cross any kilo to carry in West Point. It happened. They play that point, and now so much people get bleeding and they living there. Now the person they were having monster. We used to go pray there, but the monster they take it from there, they make it all a horse. The people then they not get time for in the country. They will just do that thing. The time when they go brave the representative and when I turn that thing, yeah, papi from when I hear they say here Morocco. And to say, well, yeah, maybe we'll hear for him when you will say to the Indian people to take care of the people. None of the people crying, they say, no calling to their error. Oh, I'm sorry for Liberia. We are suffering. I'm sorry for Liberia.
Okay, man, Beno.
We'll pray for only 17.
Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you are on the air, sir.
Yeah, I'm speaking for Factory from Black.
Let's hear you.
Yeah.
What is your name? What is your name first?
My name is Prince Matari.
Let's hear you, Prince.
Prince. It's happy in Iron Factory. We have seen the government come in because the chemical they affect us in the community. And we affect you now. Now my hair is hurting. And for now, for the anything happen, we not see nobody to come in the community to be newsman, to be any other thing. But we want that, we telling them that next Monday will be the time to be protect. Will be protect as no car will pass on the road. Because anything happen, we not see the government to come in. Here our representatives for our district 13. The not somebody say people go channel, people say not here, we will not see him. But our reaction will be on Monday.
But I just spoke with your chairman, Isaac Fangalo, and he's not thinking about protest, and you talking about protest on Monday.
Yeah,
there is the meeting.
Is working along with the people, but we who in the community, we are affected because we feel like they get something for the people. But for us, who in the community, Monday deciding to come on the roof. Because if the government coming in to come see about their own people, because if we not get, if we not here, they will not be up there.
You will be leading that protest on Monday, Prince?
Yes, I will be leading the protest. I will be leading the protest. If we not see that, I will be leading that protest on Monday. No car will be coming. No car will be coming.
Do you have the support? Do you have the
community?
Do you have the support of the others or the people, or you're just saying it out of vexation?
I just full support, and the support will come, and I need support. But people will come from the community, will come and come protest. Yes.
All right, Prince.
And we're happy. And we'll be on Monday, and we'll be on working day. Working day.
All right, Prince.
We're planning. Because we're working all day. Send the thing up in the chemical waste, all in the community. Everybody affected. The donor in the community all die. Chicken all die. But people say, we're not seeing the government to come in. Nothing. With a 14 and 10 Saturday. Up to now. Nobody have come. Chicken dying. Donor dying in the community. But we're not seeing. They're waiting for human beings to be dying. Because 18 are happy. The team are happy. We don't know whether maybe 2 years we see people be dying in the community.
How has the chemical affected you?
Now, I just first go. I'm not talking good. I am not talking good. You know what I'm saying? My eye get problems.
You're not using. Are you using?
They put my photo. My eye get problems. Everybody affected here. Our level, the level of praise in the community. No leg.
All right, Prince.
All the level that in the community up praise.
All right. Thank you, sir. That's it. That's all the time we've got. Yes. 5:26. Thank you ever so much. That's all the time we've got to be on the show. But the government has taken note of that. The Environmental Protection Agency has taken siege of the matter investigatively. The Liberia National Fire Service, too, on it. the National Disaster Management, they are all on it. And negotiation is underway. Like the chairman, Isaac Fangalo, said, a meeting is scheduled for tomorrow. Today is the 10th, Wednesday. These people of the community have to be resolute. You people have to be resolute. It is a negligence on the part of SETI brothers. You people weren't the ones who set the place ablaze. It is situated in the heart of your community geographically, and negligence of SETI brothers. So they have to assume responsibility apart from getting their plant back operational. They're responsible for the health hazard because that was an inferno blazing fire that could have ravaged several houses and leave several deaths. So there's nothing to take lightly, but let's wait and see. Like the chairman, Mr. Fangalo, said, a meeting is scheduled with SETI brothers. They acknowledge that. And not only iron factory, but too many disasters are unfolding in communities, districts, places around. Every day that comes, you don't know exactly what will happen. Our sympathy and empathy with the people in other areas that are going through terrible disasters of all kinds. I know what it is. It's not easy. The people of Iron Factory, they will have to. The SETI brothers will do something. Yeah, we'll keep reminding them they will have to. It's a matter of months. It is not a privilege. I will get through to the lawyer, Rufus Newville, a good friend of mine. We've been together for long, so it's good that I got to know that he is the lawyer representing SETI brothers. So we'll reach out to Rufus Newville, and that's it. So again, people, I live in the basket with y'all. Living with the basket with y'all for for today. I say today, meaning my time. Yeah. So the next day, that's the next next day me tonight face the issues with the doctor himself. The broadcast time. My day is over. When the DJs then come on the radio, they say how they can say is well, listen to the radio. They're so good at it. They say this is how I want to begin my day, the part of my day or day of my broadcast, something like that. So, yeah, my day has come to an end, meaning my time allotted for the show. So I'm leaving the basket with y'all. When I come back on my day tomorrow, but I know you people drop and continue to drop. We're raising 1.3 million. Unity Party and Joseph Yema Boakai, they raised 1.3 million. On the day Iron Factory was burning, Liberians running here and there. Children are being suffocated chemically. Pregnant women going through all kinds of stuff. Joe Boakai and people were sitting over there. The speaker, the man who was going from hospital, he will go to JFK, he will go to the other clinic, he will go to the other place. He will raise concern. The senator, I forgot to ask the chairman that question. Because the representative isn't in, but they have a senator now. Yeah. And the senator, yes, they have a senator nationally. So That other senator power, forget it. That Darius Dillon, that leg gone off. Let me talk about our basket. Yeah, we finish with the politics. So let's raise 1.3 million, 1.3 million, yeah? The 1.3 million, anything you get, just drop it. Just drop it. That A. Just drop it. 0555 885 885. 0777 017 885. The send wave 0555 885 885. The local mobile money number 0777 017 885. You're in Liberia, all the seditions, the weirtions, all the shans, you store the number in your phone 0777 017 885. Out of Liberia, the send wave 0555 885 885. That's all the time we've got to be on the show. The birthday man is on next week. Shimon Deere, the news director, Kings 88.5, celebrates his birthday on the 15th of December, the half of the month. And I'm going to be smart. Hey, the honorable director. Director, you know what I mean? When director celebrating a birthday, forget it. So just say happy pre-birthday to Director Shimon Deere as you get ready to celebrate your birthday on the 15th of December. Great. This is how we go home. The doctor is on at 8 tonight. The teacher, the light, Anthony at law, A.B. Will face the issues. Until then, we go home this way.
Job. Rastafari. It's a redemption day. Wagwan must struggle. Wagwan revolution, people. Wagwan the blue revolution. You ready? CDC, you ready? Let's go. Get.